What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. All right, guys, check this out, man. So, I learned something pretty cool today. I put up a tweet on Twitter just trying to entice the Sony fan base, I guess, right? There's actually two tweets that I put up. The first tweet was, did I do it today or yesterday? It might have been yesterday. Recently. I can't even remember. Anyways, the first tweet was a picture of how many hours I had on Halo Infinite and then how many and the fact that I beat Horizon Zero Dawn, right? That was a tweet. And I said something to the fact that if you haven't played Halo more than I have and you haven't beaten Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm just not going to listen to your opinion on either of those two games, and let alone if you try to compare them, right? And I played Halo, I think, for like 4 days total. I have 4 days of playtime on Halo Infinite, and then I beat Horizon Zero Dawn. And that to me makes a lot of sense, right? It's like if you platinum Horizon Zero Dawn, why would you listen to my opinion of the game, right? I think the game is amazing. I enjoyed that game so much. Horizon Zero Dawn to me is an amazing game. I don't understand how people play the game and said that they got bored. Like, people are different though, which is perfectly fine. I also think that Halo Infinite is an amazing game as well. So there you go. If there's people that don't like Halo Infinite, I like the multiplayer and I even like the single player, believe it or not. But some people don't like it either. But with that being said, since I've played Halo Infinite for a total of 4 days, like I have a total of 4 days, playing the game. Not that I played it 4 days in a row, like literally 4 days of playtime total. I hope that makes sense. Um, and I beat Horizon Zero Dawn. If you're not at that level, you know how I say there's levels to this. Then I'm just not gonna take your opinion on either game. It just is what it is. I might hear you, but I'm not actually gonna listen to you. That was the first tweet, and that tweet went pretty well. And there was some people that posted their credentials showing that like someone played Halo Infinite way more than me and platinumed Horizon Zero Dawn. So whatever the hell they want to say about either game, yo, they can say it, right? When am I gonna say that today? And then my other tweet came out and I did the Sony PlayStation wrap up, right? And I showed how last year, I think it was my number one played game was Apex Legends. Number two was Ratchet and Clank. Number three was Killzone Shadowfall. Number four was Minecraft. And number five was God of War. Okay. Now, I put in the tweet, I said, if your top five don't have more Sony exclusives than my top five from last year, then I don't want to hear you talk about you got a PlayStation to play exclusives. Because it's not true. You didn't get a PlayStation to play exclusives. That's not what you're playing on it if your top five aren't exclusives. That to me just makes common sense, right? Now, what I saw though definitely backfired on me, and it turned into a wholesome story. So this is what I saw, okay? At first it was a little scarce. Not a lot of people wanted to reply back. It got retweeted and stuff, but not a lot of people wanted to reply back. And then gamers and Sony ponies started to reply back, showing their top fives. And let me say something, okay? If you replied to that tweet and you didn't put your top five, why would you do that? Like, why would you drop your opinion on something if you're not even gonna participate in it? Like, why? Like, just sit down. Sit down. People were like, Doc, that's not a good look for you. You're a casual gamer. This isn't that. I just literally replied back. Let me see your top five. Like, stop talking trash. Let me see your top five, right? Because it wasn't about the hours played. The tweet was specific. The tweet was, let me see your top five. If you're someone that caps, that's saying that you got a PlayStation because of the exclusives, but your top five games played last year aren't Sony exclusives, right? Or you don't have more Sony exclusive than I do. It just makes sense that I'm actually gaming on the PlayStation for exclusives more than you are. But that's not a bad thing. And this is what I mean. So many people showed how much they actually played on their PlayStation. And that to me was incredibly impressive. Like y'all, some of y'all be out here really, really, really gaming. And here's another one I'm gonna give to you. Okay, some of y'all, even me included, okay, be grabbing these one and done games and really milking the hell out of them. Like y'all be playing games that are supposed to be one and done for like 80 hours, 100 hours. Like that's impressive. And if you're enjoying it, that's the only thing that matters, right? So I was extremely impressed. There are Sony players out there that are definitely legit gamers that have 80 hours on freaking a Sony exclusive, and it still didn't make their top five because they're still playing multiplats that made their top five, and that was extremely impressive. So for the fans that are like that, right, that your top five on the PlayStation console is not a multiplat, or is a multiplat, I don't consider you a Sony pony anymore. You are a Sony fan. But don't say that you got a PlayStation for the exclusives, because that's not what you got it. The exclusives become the icing on the cake for you. But you really got a PS5 because you're a gamer and you prefer to play on the PS5. Now, if you prefer to play on the PS5 because of those exclusives, again, the icing on the cake, that's perfectly fine. But don't act like you bought your PS5 just for the exclusives when you're playing a lot more other games than just that. You're doing yourself a disservice. But you know who actually does have a PS5 or actually does have a PlayStation console, like me that got a PS4 Pro, for the Sony exclusive? Xbox. Yo, ain't that something? So Xbox are actually more of a Sony ponies than some of you guys are, and it makes sense. I have an Xbox Series X and I got a PS4 Pro. There's no situation where I would play a multiplat on my PS4 Pro over my Xbox Series X. And if I had a PS5, right, same situation. I would play the multiplat on my Xbox Series X and I would use that PS5 strictly for those Sony exclusives that I want to play. So that would make me, if I wanted to use the argument that I got a PlayStation, I got a PS4 Pro. I just bought this PS4 Pro because my son had my other PS4 in Illinois, even though he's got a PS5 now. But I literally bought a PS4 Pro to play exclusives. And that's what I have been playing on my PS4 Pro. I'm more of a pony than you are in that regard. I am more of a pony than you are. A lot of Xbox are actually more Sony pony than you think, especially when it comes to that. You got a PlayStation console for the exclusive. This is how I'm gonna prove it to you. If you're someone that plays a lot of video games, but you clearly play way more on your Xbox, leave a comment down below because I know you still got a PS5 or a PS4 to play the exclusives. You probably don't play any multiplats on that PS4. Now, for me, just in my situation, Apex Legends still won the amount of hours played, right? It was still my number one game on the PS4 Pro. But I definitely, or PS4 period, but I definitely had way more Sony exclusives that I played on the PlayStation console. But overall, I was impressed. I was impressed by how many Sony fans participated, by how many Sony fans had no fear in showing their top five. Some Sony fans were like shout out to my dude Cloud Data Media. He was like, "Yo, I didn't realize how much I played Overcooked." Yo, don't sleep on Overcooked. It's a dope family game. It is what it is, man. You be getting mad at people like, "Yo, get the rice," right? Like, I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. So I was happy to see people out there gaming. And then the ones that I actually saw that were playing actual PlayStation exclusive games for the most part were actually Xbox fans. There were though, I got to give credit where credit's due. There were Sony fans that still actually had at least 3 or 2 or 4 PlayStation exclusive games on their top 5 with very respectable hours, which I was like, okay, my man, you win the title, the greatest Sony pony. You know what I mean? So the tweet is still up. If you guys see it, just go DocDog1985. You can follow me on Twitter. And yeah, let me see what your top 5 is. I'm just it's just for fun now, man. I'm not even trolling or anything like that. I was very impressed. So Sony fan base, Very impressed by you guys. You guys out here actually playing games. And if you reply to that tweet and then put your top five, you lucky I'm not the blocking type. But man, that makes me feel like blocking you. Because that's a weak move. Don't even reply to the tweet if you're not going to play along. Somebody said, you're not worthy of seeing my top. Man, who you think you are, bro? These are video games. You copy and paste mother. We out. Peace.